Hello everyone, this is Chris with StickerFab. What I'm going to do today is install our lower door protection on our 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. Of course, we will be offering it in clear PPF. We will also do solid colors, but I wanted to get to the printed colors because I want to continue this heritage tri-bar, this kind of like reddish, orange, and yellow that we have on the back. I want to continue that right here at the bottom, and even though this hyper blue color is kind of giving me beach vibes, I kind of want to do it, and I almost installed this side on the other side as well. I want to go ahead and get to the printed color series. I want to show you guys how to do this install, how you can properly align it. I'm going to do this piece first, and then we're going to go to the back. We're going to keep this nice edge along the bottom, and then we'll come back and we'll do the middle. The most important thing on this install is to line up the panels in between those gaps. You want it to flow from the front to the back. If they don't align properly, that is what you'll notice the most. So it took me a couple tries, but with the right tools, you'll get this install done and it should look exactly like this. All right guys, so what you saw on the vehicle out there was off-the-shelf vinyl. It's pretty much already made into that color, and it comes in large rolls, pretty durable as is. And this is one of our eco-solvent printers. So we print all of this, and then we take it over to be laminated. You can see another printer running right here. Basically anything we come out that goes on a vehicle, we laminate. Eco-solvent inks claim to have an outdoor lifespan of 3 to 5 years and be pretty resilient against scratches. However, just like putting PPF on your vehicle, that will protect these inks and this print from becoming damaged. You can see the lamination on this print that I just cut out. You can see the normal material right there, and then this matte laminate, which gives it its finish. Sometimes we do it in matte, sometimes we do it in gloss. These I'm going to do in gloss. All right guys, I'm kind of dreading this install because it's 86 degrees and it's not even 11 a.m. I have all of my printed items right here. They're all labeled as to what side they are. I'm keeping all of this in the back of our vehicle because this is the biggest space, the way I can lay it out flat the most. If I hang it over the seats, it'll start to get bent a little, so I don't want that. I've already taken a microfiber and some detail spray that doesn't have a wax because we don't want a wax between the paint and the actual body of the vehicle. I don't know if I've already said that because this video is actually finishing 24 hours later than when I started it. I have all of this cleaned off. The area that I've cleaned off is actually more than what I'm going to install. Ideally, this vehicle would have been run through a car wash first, but when you're installing the vinyl, you don't want it to accidentally touch other areas and then become dirty, so clean up as much as possible. I'm going to start with installing the front piece, and then I'm going to go to the back piece, and then I'm going to line this up all the way across and fill in this large driver door. All right, we do want to keep this vinyl out of the sun as much as possible. Install temperature is above 70, ideally around the 80-degree range. I'm in the shade right now. That's not only for my own personal protection against the heat, but you don't want it heating up this panel really hot, and you don't want it heating up the vinyl really hot, or else it'll start to act funny. It'll stretch out really easily. I'm spraying down the back of the vinyl and the install surface. And we're going to line this up. This indentation right here at the bottom where it starts to dip in a lot, I'm not going to cover that up. I'm not going to let this go around that rounded edge. I'm going to keep a straight path all the way from the front to the back. If you didn't know, this plastic piece on the fender can lift up. I do have a squeegee in my pocket that I need to bring out. I'm just gonna tuck it behind there. It's the best place for it to go. I'm gonna squeegee this out. A little goes up, a little goes to the back, and a little goes to the bottom. I'm gonna leave it like this because there's a lot of liquid back here. Hopefully that'll dry off by the time I get back to it. I'm gonna move to the back of the vehicle next. Let this all dry out so it can stick properly. I'm going to spray this part down, then I'm going to grab the vinyl from the back of the vehicle. As I'm taking this off, I'm spraying it because I don't want it to stick to itself, and it is not as long as a piece as the front door, but long enough that the wind could catch it and it could stick on itself if I don't spray it. I'll show you in front of the camera what happens when you spray it down really well. You can see that it won't stick on itself immediately, which is good. We don't need that, not yet. It's not in the right place. So this fluid lets you move everything around. Leave that gap at the bottom. Just gotta slide it into place back here. Keep on getting notifications everywhere. For the vehicle, for my home, people trying to deliver stuff, trying to get in the gate. So if I sound like a mess on this video, you know why. I got like a million things going on always, and I'm losing my head because of this heat. Losing my head, losing my brain, going crazy, I don't know. Just want to go straight across. This printed vinyl is printed on air egress material, so the air doesn't get trapped very easily, neither does this fluid. You can use 1 drop of water per 1 cup, 1 drop of dish soap per 1 cup of water, 2 drops, 2 cups of water, etc., etc. But this sticker fab application fluid is really the perfect mixture, and it won't leave you hanging, won't leave you in a bad situation. Let's pull this fender back a little bit too. Okay, liking that. Gonna open this door. Now there's gonna be a lot of liquid in here too, but I'm gonna try to push this back. Just because when I install the front door, I don't want the back door catching on it. So what I'm doing is just pushing this straight around the edge. Nothing special, I know you can't see that on camera. Ideally, you would have a heat source, small hair dryer, heat gun to dry this off. I'm gonna go grab it so I can do that actually. All right, where were we? The post office just came, so I had to ship out some other orders. I did get that heat gun, portable heat gun. This thing is only about as powerful as a hair dryer. But all of this dried out in that time I was gone, so I don't even need this for this part. Awesome. So, like I said, that's really the good part, is once this dries out, you can kind of finish your install. You can add some heat because the adhesive reacts well to heat and pressure. Not just heat or pressure, use both, heat and pressure. All right, so let's look at that front door. Let's close this, let's say almost all the way. Change up that view a little bit. I'm gonna spray this. I'll try not to get all that dirt up there. It's almost impossible to keep this vehicle clean, and it's so white. Actually, look at that part all the way down there, because I also don't want this part to come in contact with the front door. I'm gonna roll it along the edge. I'm gonna use my felt tip squeegee and kind of roll it around that corner. Tuck it back there. And here I can use some heat. I don't want that squeegee getting dirty. Push, hold, pressure. As this dries out more, it'll stick better. I just didn't want it to interfere with this front door portion. So good enough for now. I can also open that front door, put pressure on this better. But like I said, good enough for now. Let me go grab that back piece and we'll change up the view. Whew, I get this done. Can't see it, pulling and spraying as I go. The longest piece out of this install, the one you gotta be careful with the most. You can also turn this into a two-person install because another hand is, well, for lack of better words, always handy. So this did roll on itself and there is a little breeze here. So let me gently pull that back apart. Where it rolled, I'm gonna spray a little bit more. Okay, let's hold this up. Should be yellow side up, red side down. We're just gonna let it touch the paint in the nice clean area. And I'm gonna push it against the body, kind of just temporarily tacking it down. We just don't want it to fall off completely. And then I'm trying to match up my doors, because if you're off in the doors, that's where you'll notice it the most, in between these panel gaps. Now, not all doors have the same gaps. Like some doors can actually be lower than other doors, but if you visually at least line up your graphic, it'll look good. So we'll start in the middle. Now that my alignment is good on the sides, I'll push up, push down, tack it down a little bit more. Kind of working my way from the center to the edges. I like to angle it out towards that edge. You don't have to work too fast. You want to make sure nothing bunches up. We are gonna have other designs to install. I might have to just mock those pictures up because I have a feeling I'm really gonna like this one. We use this vehicle for work, but it is our daily driver as well with our family. Do enjoy the graphics we put on sometimes, and I really like to keep them on for as long as possible. All right, looking good from front to back. Let me move this back and we can focus on that rear door. Rear edge of the front door? Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, we can get in the sun just a little bit. Doesn't have much of an edge to go over, which is fine. But we may have to add a little bit of heat to this area. Rule of thumb is that if it starts burning your fingers, you're probably applying too much heat. Treat the vinyl like your fingers. Don't burn it. Heat and pressure. Heat and pressure. Heat, pressure, and patience. How about that? Now I'm trying to get this install done all on camera, but I will come back to the vehicle and check all the edges afterwards, because that'll give it a little bit more time to dry than what we have here in this YouTube video. Notice how I'm rolling it over the edge and not really going down or up. You just want to roll it around the edge. Make sure there's no bubbles on the front side, because that can happen when you're working on this. You want to go to the front, kind of do the same. Push all of this around the edge. But I will have to let this dry somewhat. You can go from the inside as well. Take your fingers, pull that edge around. As it dries off, it'll want to stick more. There's not much room in here to do this. So while the vehicle is still clean, don't drive it around. Let the heat dry out all of this and warm it up, so you can get it to stick around these edges. But let me go turn this vehicle around. That'll heat all of this up, and then I can finish the other side on my own. I did want to tell you guys this. If you get done with one side of your install, you take a step back and look, and you don't like what you see, you can re-wet the vinyl and pull it off. Just re-wet it and pull it off gently, and don't be afraid to start all over, as long as you are in the shade with the sun not on that vinyl, not stretching it out. All right, you guys, I am soaking wet. It is 91 degrees and it's 12:07. Like I said, I had to take a break to package up some stuff from USPS so we could get it out today. I have given both sides of this vehicle a chance to be in the sun now, so I could push those edges down. Just giving you guys a little look around the vehicle. Got both sides installed. Really like it. Honestly, white wouldn't have been my first choice of vehicle, but it does give you the opportunity to do some contrast items and add some color. So that's really cool. It is a basically clean slate. You can do whatever you want to this vehicle in this color, but we will be offering various colors, and that is all based on customer feedback. So please feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already, hit that bell notification icon for the latest and greatest things we're coming out with for the 2024 and up Toyota Land Cruiser, and check out our website at stickerfab.com.